Hello painters, I'm back for some acrylic pouring today, and it's one of my favourite times of the month because it is leftovers day. So all of the colours that I've worked on this month, all the little bits and pieces that I've got left over and stored in here, they're all going to go in a cup, they're all going to be put on a canvas, and we are going to see what we get. So far it's always been successful. However, today I've got a really different bunch of things to try, so it could be interesting. So this batch here, all of my paints today are DecoArt ones. So I have, these are just the regular craft paints in all of these colours. I've got bubblegum, bluebird, primary yellow, festive green, warm beige, true ochre, woohoo, true blue, and Laguna, and some of those have got very little left in them at all, but those are all the craft paints. Then these ones are all the leftovers from when I was experimenting with the fluid acrylics. So these are the tiny little fluid acrylic bottles, and these are so pigmented that these are excellent, but I have leftovers in these too. So I've got kind of a red, white, there's a blue, yellow, silver, a different red, and a black. I didn't write the names on these ones, but they're pretty kind of primary colours with a couple of metallics and a black and a white. So I'm going to put all of these in my cups here and then throw them down on the canvas, and we'll do a dirty pour and see what happens. Now they've all been mixed. These ones were mixed with the Floetrol. These ones were mixed with Liquitex Pouring Medium, and there are silicone in all of the paints. At the moment, DecoArt are bringing out their pouring medium and a pouring finish, but they aren't available yet. I'm looking forward very much to trying them, but for the time being, I'm going to throw it all in and we'll see what happens. As usual, you don't need to watch me full time on regular speed. I'm going to put it on fast forward, and then I'll meet you back here when we're ready to do the pour and see what happens. Wow, that was a marathon. I have a feeling from looking in the cups that this one is going to turn out to be a bit of a dog's dinner. I had so many different colours here. Let's see, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I had 26 different colours. And lots of different mixes in terms of the type of paint and what they were mixed with. Oh, there's another one, 27. Let's get that one in there too. That's a little bit of white. And in the cups, it's not looking too great. It's kind of looking a bit muddy. I think I had lots of colours, but not enough of each colour, and they've kind of mixed together. But we will see. So I think I need to just clear all these to one side. I've got my bucket of water. I'm going to throw them all in there, and then we can get ready and do our pour. Okay, so I think I'm going to have a big washing up session to do after this one. Right, so let's get these paints on here and see what we get. I'm just going to pour them. Okay, well I've got plenty of paint left over, but I don't think I'm going to need it. I'm already dribbling off the sides a little bit. So let's go ahead and tilt and see what we get. Oh dear, that didn't turn out well at all. So I think when I was pouring it out of the cup and also when I was tilting the canvas, it was very, very fluid. Very much thinner than I usually make the paints, and I think that was the amount of paint that I had mixed up with these ones. The majority of it was the fluid acrylics mixed up with the pouring medium, and I find it a little bit too thin for me. So although we had some really quite interesting formations and cells when I poured it out, as soon as I started to move it, the paint was just that much too thin, and it wasn't able to hold those formations that we had. So in terms of the composition, I'm not overly excited about it, quite honestly. I'll run a torch over, but I don't think we're going to get anything any better from doing that. No, it was just too thin. I think the amount of the pouring medium, the Liquitex in there, didn't do me any favours this time around, and I can tell just by how much the paint that I moved off, it was moving so quickly. It's really just running everywhere all over the desk here. It's a bust. So it's the first time where I've done one of these leftover pours and thrown everything together and it hasn't worked. And I think the reason being this time was just the huge disparity of mixes that I had and the amount of very, very fluid paint I had that was mixed just with the pouring medium. So I think you can do one or the other. If you want to mix the paints, you know, mix the regular paints, then you can do a leftovers pour with these, or you could do a leftovers pour with these. But if you're going to mix the two together, it seems they don't mix. So I think this one, unfortunately, is going to be a scrape for me, but I'll save the canvas and we will live to paint another day. Thanks very much for watching. See you again soon.